This revised and expanded volume of Maga Rising, Trump 2.0, and the Great American Comeback is a product of prophecy and history. As the author, I set out in the first volume to lay the groundwork for what I felt instinctively was a sea change that would alter the direction of our country. I did this by referencing the past and predicting the future. A best-is-yet-to-come scenario drawn from the words of Donald Trump and the aspirations of his millions of followers. I wrote it at a time when dark shadows stretched across the land and there was no guarantee of deliverance. Like the Apostle Paul, who penned his richest theological thoughts in prison, or like Alexander Solzhenitsyn, who keenly warned the West from the Soviet gulag, I wrote with great passion and urgency, peering into the future through the eyes of faith. When I published the first volume, it was immediately shadow banned. The political climate across the nation was dim indeed. All the levers of power, it seemed, were hell-bent on eliminating Trump and excoriating his followers. The level of vitriol and hatred was high and deep and wide. But change was in the air. I could sense it. Like a surfer waxing my board in the early morning hours on the seashore, in my mind's eye, I could see a distant set of waves coming, rising from a cat's paw in the ocean. As I write this revised and expanded volume, 16 months later, I am in awe at what has unfolded, a series of events that can only be described as biblical, for want of a better term. We often use the term biblical to describe something completely larger than life. In coining that word, I think we are reaching for another time, another age, a magic moment when there were no limitations. We are attempting to capture a time when God was working above and beyond anything that man could normally do. When we read the stories of all the valiant souls that rose to face challenges, persecutions, and tribulations, yet triumphed, we step back and marvel. But can it happen again in our day? The Greeks have two words to describe time. The first word, chronos, Chi-Rho Nu, Omicron Sigma, refers to sequential measurable time, minutes, hours, days. Chronos is the time that marches on relentlessly what we schedule, measure, and often feel slipping away. The second word, Kairos, Kappa Alpha Iota Rho Sigma, refers to the opportune or right moment for action, a decisive moment, a window of opportunity, or a season of significance. Kairos is the kind of time that transforms when something meaningful happens, when destiny pivots, or when wisdom discerns the moment to act. We are living in the midst of a Kairos moment. While millions of people are caught up like rodents on a treadmill, trapped in a Chronos existence, there are others who belong to a growing cohort of liberated thinkers who see the sacredness of the moment, who realize something amazing is afoot, a course correction that can only be understood as an answer to prayer. In these pages, I will set out to update this rapidly advancing story of the Great American Comeback led by President Donald J. Trump, the gray champion of our generation. I am including links and resources to accentuate the text, as I did in the first volume. I trust this book will serve as a treasure chest of information and analysis that will stand the test of time. Yours truly, John Mark Nielsen.